we're making the most delicious cinnamon rolls. So let's get started. In a large mixing bowl, we're going to add our lukewarm milk. We're also going to add our sugar, our yeast, and our egg. Then we're going to give that a little mix using our whisk. Then we're going to add our flour. And then just mix that with your spatula until you can no longer mix it, and then you can go in with your hand and knead it in. So the mixture has nearly formed into like a dough. So now we can add our flour a tablespoon at a time until it does no longer stick to a clean and dry finger. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon and then just sprinkle it on top of the dough, and then just sort of sit in. So now it looks a little like I can start actually kneading it. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to start, and you can start kneading. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to add some more flour onto it. It will be a little bit sticky, but after you add more of the flour, it shouldn't be too sticky. Okay, so keep on kneading it. It should take about 3 to 5 minutes until the dough does not longer stick anymore. So the dough is nearly it does not stick that much now, so we're going to add some oil. You could use melted butter if you wanted to, just on top of that, and then just mix that in as well. And this will make the dough so much softer and nicer. Okay. So yeah, so after this, what we're going to do is we're going to just form a little ball, and we are going to put a towel on top of it like this and leave it to proof in a warm spot of the room for about 40 to 50 minutes or until it's doubled in size. So while the dough is proofing, let's prepare the cinnamon filling. In a medium-sized bowl, we're going to put the white granulated sugar. We're going to put the brown sugar. I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to use my whisk to take all of that brown sugar in. And then we're going to put our ground cinnamon. And then we're just going to give that a little mix to combine all of the ingredients. Make sure you add all of the cinnamon because that's what's going to make these delicious cinnamon rolls so delicious. After we finish mixing the cinnamon filling, let's start preparing the dough. After the dough has doubled in size, we are going to transfer it to a clean work surface, which is sprinkled with a little bit of flour so that the dough won't stick. So I'm going to use my spatula to sort of take it out and just put it on our work surface. So it should be pretty easy to actually put it onto the work surface because you put that oil in the end. To the side. And then we're just going to sprinkle some flour on top of it as well, just a little bit. And I'm going to use a glass. Now, a lot of people use rolling pins for this, but I just like using glass. And we're going to put a little bit of flour on the glass as well. So, and we're going to roll this out. Now, the dough should be a little bit fluffy while you're doing this rolling, but just be gentle with it. So the size that you're trying to do is basically a rectangle, or because that's what my pan is, but if you have a different sort of pan, then just do the pan that you have. and we're just gonna roll it out. So I will show you how it looks in the end. So just keep rolling. After we shaped it into a rectangle, now we can put some butter onto it and then just spread it around. Now that's what you want to do to the whole of this dough that's rolled out. So you want to now make sure it's soft and butter, because that will make your work so much easier when you're trying to spread the butter around. Finished adding butter to all of the dough, and now we're going to add that cinnamon filling we prepared earlier, and you want to sprinkle it over all of this dough. And we're just going to sprinkle it all. Added all of the cinnamon sugar, and now it's time to roll it out. So we're going to start from this side, from one of the longer sides, as you can see, and just gently roll it out. I've finished folding the dough, and now it's time to cut them into their equal pieces. I'm going to use a long serrated knife to cut them. This is how the cinnamon rolls should look at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a tea towel on top of the cinnamon rolls and leave them to rise for about half an hour. After that, we're going to put them in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit to bake for about 20 to 24 minutes, or until it's nice and crispy and brown on the top.